I'm here with Trev, my new friend, JD, my very old friend. We've just had a pretty gruesome training session with JD, but it's not about me. I wanted to speak with you guys or pass this information on by speaking with these guys about Trev's transformation. Trev, can you talk us through that? And I think it's really important for any of you who firstly would like to lose weight and not knowing where to start, for others that have tried without success and just want to know if it's possible or not. So I think it's really important to listen to people who've done that, and in a very short amount of time, you'll hear Trev's story, 4 months, coordinated by JD, whose life is fitness and diet. So I'm going to hand over to you guys. Trev, can you tell us about your story, mate? Tell us about how you were before you started.
Leading up to the change, my opinion, I was really, really lazy with life and really not excited to get after it. I used to wake up at 10:30 to go to work instead of 6:30 now, just lazy, just content on doing nothing, just couching it. And it's just accepting I was content with where I was. At least I thought I was.
Sure.
But that's not the case. I lost my weight all the time, and I just slowly was eating and grazing, and the pounds kept coming on, and they weren't going away. And sometimes I would eat at night just so I could maybe not put on 2 pounds of weight, right? And then one day, I finally, like 4 months ago, I went for a surf, and I couldn't surf. I've been surfing 30 years. And I got a brand new board, weight appropriate, but meaning lots of foam, easy to paddle, easy to get up. And I struggled for 40 yards, weebling and wobbling on my rails, doing right and left, to finally get up. Once I'm up, I'm fine, but getting up, I couldn't stand up properly. And that
I think that the transformation of Trev is so radical because he gets emotional about it with me. If we're sitting excited, we both cry about it.
Yeah,
we both get excited about it. Like I did too. I'm sure you don't know. And it's funny because when Trev came in, he told me this story. I'm going to help him out with the backstory. He told me this. We've known each other for a few years. We were golfing. We were doing stuff together. And he came to me. It was him. He stepped to me and said, JD, what do I need to do to get in better shape? I said, and he said, I'm concerned I weigh 240 pounds. And yesterday I went surfing and I had a hard time.
Yeah, I couldn't get up. I basically couldn't do a push-up. And it was disheartening,
Yeah, and then, but when he came to me, so for me, as a trainer, he preached to everybody, dude, you gotta do this, you gotta come see me. They don't show up. He approached me and he goes, what do I need to do? And I said, be at my gym at 9:30 in the morning, on Monday morning. And of course you think, this guy's not gonna make it. I know Trev, he's got work, this and that. 9:30, he came walking up.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and I said, yes, Trevor. Yes. And I go, today we start a new journey, let's go. And I knew starting slow. He started really slow. And he grinded the first day. He grinded. I go, okay, now we're going to see if he wants it. He showed up on Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, his program. Wednesday, 9:30 is his class. 9:50, he's walking in the door. And he looks at me and I go, okay. He's showing me he wants it. So we grinded again. So, okay, Friday came. 9:15, he walks in the door.
So this is 4 months ago.
Yeah. He didn't miss a day. He missed 2 days in 4 months because he caught the flu for 4 days. And was texting me, Coach, I'm sick. And I'm like, I don't want to get sick. Okay, stay home. No, but I'm like, yeah. And right 2 days after the flu was over, he would, boom, walks in the door.
So, mate, tell me something. During those first days or weeks, how was it? Were there days you didn't want to come? Were there days you were hurting? Psychologically, how was that for you?
No, my friend, I talked to my friend about it, and he says I'm a really organized person, like a driven individual. For whatever reason, I don't see it, But when I got to that breaking point at 241, I couldn't do it anymore. I physically and mentally couldn't swallow what I've been swallowing for 12 or 15 years of the weight gain. So for me, it was like, this was the avenue. I changed. I quit drinking. I have set goals like 2 months out for each goal, right? Not drink for 2 months, lose a certain amount of weight, lose more weight so I can trim my beard. It was just big and gruesome. And long. Yeah.
So diet, okay, so you were drinking daily?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the thing I want people to realise, it's not rocket science, right?
No.
You didn't do some expensive diet plan or anything like that.
No.
Talk us through the diet. What did you do there?
The first like 10 or 12 days when I was coming to JD, I was still drinking every night.
Yeah.
You know, not like an alcoholic, but this is something I was used to,
Sure.
accustomed to, and I enjoyed the feeling. And then one day I quit, I put it down. Then I went one day without. The second day I was like, oh, it's trying to, I want to drink. So I had a drink. And then the next day I didn't have a drink. And then the third day I had a drink. And then the fourth day I said I can't. And I just put it down. So I need to get to a certain weight for me to be able to have a cocktail again with at least 22 pounds, so 23 pounds. And so I set out with that, and I know carbs aren't good for me. I love bread. I make bread for fun and give it away to my friends. But I knew that wasn't so. There's no more carbs. It's just straight protein, vegetables. The first 6 weeks, we have a juicer, Humor, or the commercial brand.
Fresh juicer?
Yeah, and I juiced 64 ounces every 2 days, and drank juice.
What was that, vegetable?
Yeah, kale, celery, carrot, apples, ginger, lemon, orange. Yeah, just something. And anytime I had a hunger pain or was remotely wanted to put some bread in my mouth, I'd just have a glass of that. I just did that for 6 weeks.
You replaced the bad with the good.
Yeah, and it's a drastic transformation, but for me, it was necessary to get on the path I thought I needed to be. You know, I wanted to flush it and get it out. I was working with JD like for the first 3 weeks. To correct you, I was only going Monday and Friday.
Oh,
I couldn't afford Wednesdays. But on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was doing our warm up like 3 or 4 times in the morning. Or whenever I found time, I needed to get rid of what was going on. I needed to shred it and to shed layers, and that was like the start of the process. You know,
once again, it was 50 pounds, which is around 20 kilos in 4 months.
Yeah,
that's freaking incredible, isn't it? You know, like, and it moves me to see you guys so moved by it still when you go back and think about it.
Yeah, it's everyone asks me like, what's the best, what's the most positive thing that's come out of it, and
it's the happiness, huh?
Yeah. It's just such a relief. It's like I was holding in all this bullshit for 12 years. Just surrounding yourself, patting yourself, giving yourself insulation, like a wall. And I finally pulled it down, and like my personality from my youth came back. You know, like when I was 25, 20, in the mid-20s, I was just full of life and happy.
Yeah.
And then when I put on weight, I was happy, I thought. Because I tell people, I earned the right to look like this. I'm 50. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, I just needed to get out.
So you're 50 now, going back to 20.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful too?
No, it is.
I don't know about you guys, when I was 20, I thought, oh, when I'm 50, I'll feel like this, I'll look like that, I won't do that. And the beautiful thing is to get to this age and say, hang on, I'm doing it all, but as good or better than what I was when I was 20 to 30.
Yeah, I had a lot of negative things in my life during like 15 years ago, and it just kind of ripped me of all the fun and happiness.
Sure.
You know, I came back and was maintaining, but I guess that's all it was really, was maintaining. I was content. I felt content. I felt mentally happy, but physically, like for 10 years, I wasn't happy with the way I looked. I didn't have any motivation to change it.
But they tell me something. 4 months down the track, 50 pounds less. Was it easier than what you thought? I know it was hard. I know this job was hard, but imagining how it is 4 months later, are you surprised that, hey, hang on, it's not rocket science?
No, it's easy. This takes some self-discipline. You know, you got to have the will and the want of the end goal. And to me, I got like 10, 12, 15 more pounds. You know, I want to get to that point. But no, it's not. It's just dedication, you know, and understanding when you're hungry, you know what you can and can't eat. It's up to you whether or not you're going to have that dessert or eat this or go to restaurants. When I go out with friends, I have a drink, maybe two, but I don't eat in the restaurant.
Cool.
Because I have my own diet that I got to maintain. Like protein, he got me a like lean protein and an avocado. That's what I have at night.
Beautiful.
You know, I haven't got to where I plateaued to where I kind of want to stay at that weight. I still want to
Cool.
take it off.
And mate, the question about your spine and function and flexibility and mobility. What have you noticed there? Has anything also improved in regards to spinal function, mobility, flexibility,
Yeah, well,
and posture, for example?
yeah. So I do events all the time for bonsai, right? And I got to carry two like 25, 30 pound folding tables, so lifetime Weatherman tables.
Yeah.
And when I go 150 yards on the beach, my arms be like, oh my god, I can't do this. And the other day I did an event, and I could run like maybe a half mile with this in my hand and wouldn't even feel it, you know? And it's like I used to have ankle issues because of my weight. I knew I was too heavy for my frame. It's just, when you're that big and you're supposed to be 180 top and you're 60 pounds overweight, like something's not, your tendons, everything's hurting. You know, if I had ankle issues, I'd get up in the morning and have to just warm my feet up. I had little pins that I hadn't had them worked on to reset. But yeah, after every workout, I leave with my chest high. You know, I'm not, shoulders aren't slouched, so I'm happy where I'm at. And it helps me start the day, you know. I embrace more conversations now than I did 3 months ago. I engage everyone. You know?
Happy.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
And many other aspects of your health have improved as well, like your sleep, for example,
No, I still sleep.
digestion.
Digestion, yeah. I used to poop 5-6 times a day. And Jojo was tripping on me. Why do you go to the bathroom so much? So I had to look at the processor, food processor. Well, now it's like I only do one or two. You know? And they're like, you're not linking. You know, I'm not producing as much. My intake's changed. You know,
You're
it's like
probably absorbing more.
yeah, and I've reduced my portions. I don't need to finish the plate. I don't need a plate. I just need
Yes. Beautiful.
yeah,
Portion size.
yeah.
Mate, you've obviously done this process with many of your, clients, students. What else do you think is important for people to know when they're thinking about, hey, this is possible, I want to start? The basics.
I think one of the most important things, especially to our people, and really worked for Trev, was don't make a big goal. Because you're setting yourself up for failure. If you would have said, I want to lose 50, 60 pounds at the beginning, he wouldn't have been attainable. So instead, he told me at the beginning, I just want to lose 10 pounds. And then he told me, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to do this till I get this weight. And he made little marks. And he'd reach each mark, and then he'd go, when I reach 200, I'm going to do it. And turn it all up. Like, he made these little goals. And go, I think people make too big of a goal, and they break themselves. They can't do it. I'm not going to lose 60 pounds in one day. Go for 1%.
Yeah.
1% for him on 4 months is 40%. 1% a day. Think about it. Do it every day. Try 1% a day. Better yourself. So set little goals. I think Trevor is up. Like I said, he's really organized. He would tell me. He went to Costco. He bought his meat, fish, chicken, got Tupperwares. He lined them all up, put them in the freezer. He had them waiting. They're in the fridge.
Yeah,
He had his vegetables. He had his vegetables all lined up. He had his avocados. When he ate carbs, I didn't say don't eat no carbs, a little bit, but he would do only a handful. He did portion sizing. You still need nutrients. You can't starve your body of nutrients. So he used all the elements he talked about, and he was really wise in what he did. And it paid off. Another thing was, he's super excitable.
Yeah, the change that coming after, like, you lose 10 pounds, you're like, oh, it's impossible. When you lose 15, you're like, oh, I'm on to something. And when you get 20, you're like, holy shit, this is on, you know? And you want it more and more. And it's like, I did, there's little goals. It did.
Yeah.
Like, you lose 10 pounds, man, get some pasta, have an Italian meal. Like, load up that one day. Next day, you can't go.
Yeah.
You gotta know you can.
Yeah,
you gotta pull it out.
You give yourself a reward, don't make it a habit.
Right.
Yeah, and when people give you, like, you go to a party, you're not eating, and you're disappointing your friends, They're gonna get bummed out. You're gonna get frustrated.
Well, you really enjoy his company, so they want to see you.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm having a good time just because I'm not eating. I'm on a whole other program, guys. I'm doing this right here.
Exactly.
I can't do you. I want to. It looks great. I love it, but I'm over here. I'm here with you, but my food is a whole different program.
Yeah.
I can't.
So if you meal prep, you guys said little party, and we do this, my wife and I. We meal prep a lot, and we bring a salad and chicken and a Tupperware in a little cooler, and we go to a party and everything pasta and pizza.
Yeah.
And they always like, oh, the meal preppers are here. Yeah, it was funny. Half the people that say that are actually my clients will come, and then they go, what's going on? How come I can't get there?
Is that dieting?
Because you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you're going to be committed.
You're doing the hard work. You're doing all the workout. You beat yourself up in the workout, but the diet's right there. The diet is so important, people, and you got to realize that.
Yeah, when
Trevor can both parts. He mixed everything together.
No one told me. These are the decisions and conversations I've had over the years that I knew I had to apply to these certain disciplines to my life to make it happen. You know, to get where I wanted. I know I can't do carbs. I can't do this. I just juice for 6 weeks, and it was. I think I want to juice for 6 weeks. No,
but that's the price.
Yeah, when you grab a cracker, don't grab a handful. Just grab one, because all you want is the mouthfeel.
Right.
You don't want the bowl.
Right.
You just want one, and then have a glass of water. Savor the taste. Shut it down.
Let's talk about water, Trev. Water is a huge thing.
Yeah.
It's so important. And if you have a glass of water before you eat, sometimes you're not hungry, you're thirsty, and you can take the feeling. So if you have a glass of water before you eat, it fills you up a little bit. Oh, I'm not as hungry as I thought.
You check in with yourself.
Yeah.
Go, oh, hang on, that wasn't hunger.
I didn't realize.
I
didn't realize I was actually doing that. Like I'd have the little protein in the avocado and give myself 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, and I realized, okay, I'm not hungry. You know, because I used to just eat, and
Real quick, tell us about what you told us earlier about how you had a hunger pain for how many years?
Like 10 or 12 years.
Wow.
And my stomach hadn't growled.
You're just eating so much.
Yeah, craving all the time. Wow. Dude, I looked like Chunk from the movie Goonies. Just like, you know, I got kitties and I needed a garter dog. You know, I was falling.
But tell us how it felt.
Yeah, I
feeling though. What was I? All of a
I
sudden,
didn't know what it was. I was laying in bed and my stomach started to shift. And like, I'm thinking of JD, like, dude, what am I doing? What's going on? What's up? And I realized the memory comes back. It was hunger pain. I processed all my food after all these years, and I finally was hungry. I forgot what that was.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know what it was.
Wow.
Which is a healthy feeling.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a reflex for your brain.
Can you imagine going 12 years and not helping these pains? And you're like, what am I going to throw? You know, I'm thinking, what's going on? And I'm like, 20 minutes later, after laying in bed, the light went off. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. That's what's going on.
Yeah, incredible.
And what I think now is what the most awesome thing too, and one of his journey is how now he's turning other people on, and they're seeing people come to me and go, "What is Trevor doing?"
Yeah.
And Trevor, and they ask him, and Trevor's excited. Hey, dude, you got to do so. The stuff that he learned in the journey, he's turning on somebody else, and that's about transfer of information. You know?
Well, I see a lot of me out there driving around, people that look like I used to look like. And I know, like, okay, they're happy, but I know you're not.
You think you're
not your best.
Yeah, you can do something about it if you choose to.
Right.
But I see these people, I'm like, I used to see guys like these men and want to be like me. I thought I was only like a couple steps out of their shape, but I was horrible. And I see people with my size, I'm like, dude, I know you're not happy. I mean, you're living, you're good, you got a wife and kids, but physically, you're not. Yeah. I know that I wasn't.
And you know the way out.
Yeah.
It's not as difficult as what they may think.
No, it's obtainable. But it's just a decision, and it's up to you and that individual to make that thing.
Mate, thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. I'm sure other people will as well.
Of course.
Jody, we've got so much more to speak about because you're a fountain of wisdom there. I appreciate that as well. I hope this rain's not too
I know the rain's going off.
particularly.
I hope people really see the work that this man put in. Because he really put the grind in. He's the poster child, poster man, I say, of the gym right now. People come in and he's getting them excited. No, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And oh, hey, You know, like it's amazing to see like where he's come and what he's done, and it's now even like he can like almost teach the class. Like, oh, we're gonna do this one. Hey guys, put your weight down. We ain't going yet. We're gonna do this, and I like.
Love it. That's so awesome.
So you educate somebody else, so they can educate somebody else.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, when someone comes, a new person comes to the group, like Jasmine, I felt really bad for Jasmine. Because I'm like, oh, you just show up like once every 6 months, live around the corner, check in, say hi and leave. And she's all, no, this is my first day. And I was, oh my God. I was shaming her because she's a local, right?
Right.
But I didn't know. And now after that, I apologized. And all the new
how
people,
well she
I'm
done
not
now.
bumping anybody like that ever again. I can't be here.
Yeah,
Come back.
exactly. Yeah.
And how well she done that.
Yeah.
Now you see her
Every day. Every day.
So transformation is an amazing thing to watch somebody
Must be beautiful. And you're seeing it all the time.
all night. And I love helping people do it. I've done it myself. I've watched my family do it. I've watched friends do it. I've watched, you know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Hell,
I'm extremely grateful for the process. And it's anybody that gets involved and gets like halfway through that mark, 20, 10, 15, 20 sessions. It's life-changing shit. It's just, you get to breathe again. You get to smile. The sun is so fucking beautiful in the morning. It's nuts.
So good.
yeah, Trev.
Last words with Trev. Honestly,